What is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back, guys. How's it going? We are back to maybe finish up the end of Megaman Battle Network. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is going to be a whole area that might need an episode or two. I have no idea. But we may be finishing it. Obviously, if it is the end, it will say finale in the title. But seeing as I do all the commentary live, I won't know that. You know that more than I do right now. But yeah, guys, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Hope everything is all good. It's the end of my night. Kids are in bed. Went and saw a movie tonight. Went and took the kids to go see the Fantastic Four. And that was fun. Nothing crazy, nothing like, oh, the other world of cinema. But like, you know, I enjoyed myself. Like, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was all good. I do kind of like how they went for an aesthetic that, like, when The Incredibles came out from Disney's Pixar, they were clearly like The Incredibles, like the Fantastics. You know, you could tell they were trying to ape a little bit between the two. And it's just funny that The Incredibles seemed like it was trying to pay homage to the Fantastic Four and like the vibe that it kind of set. And this felt like it was taking inspiration from not just the comics, but from The Incredibles. It was actually kind of cool. It was kind of cool. I enjoyed it. One thing I'm glad they did is they didn't do that stupid storyline that they at least did in the first one. Maybe they did it in that one Fantastic Four movie that came out like a decade ago that nobody likes and nobody remembers. I don't know if they did it in that one, but I remember in the original they had that stupid like part of the storyline where it's like nobody wants to be with Ben because like, oh no, you're a monster now. Look at you. Oh no. And it's like, bro, why are you doing my man so dirty like that? There we go. Got him. Damn! Oh! I was going to see if I could actually strike both parts of him. Because if it expands and both of those are hitboxes, I want to try that. But yeah, I liked how they didn't do the whole thing with the thing where like everyone's like, oh, you're a monster, and his girlfriend's like, I don't think I could be with you. And like this thing had just like he had regular guy swag, but like in a good way. And it was just like, I like how he was already like, first thing we see him doing is like trying to pick up like a teacher. And it's like, that's my boy. That's what I like to see right there. Lan the life virus. If we can delete it, the WWW's plans will be foiled. Yeah, like it's going to be that easy. This is it. Our ultimate virus bashing. Battle routine set. Execute. Holy shit. Hold on. Alright, my bad. I think that was my best friend calling. Oh boy, I don't like that. Get Proto Man out here. Okay, so it seems like it needs to do 100. Ouch. Thanks, dickhead. Dickhead. Damn. All right, let's steal a little bit of HP. I could do some HP stealing. Yeah, da 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 da. Damn! Alright, I messed that up. Oh, God, no. Okay, well, luckily I can just do this. Alright. This guy is a baby back bitch. Oh, my God. Damn! Alright. We're cooking ourselves. That's what we get for being slop. That's what we get for being slop. Get rid of this guy. Whoo-wee! Alright, 260. What do we got to do? There we go. All at once. Alright. Now we did the whole dead babies thing. Oh boy, hello, hello, hello. Alright. There we go. Got that one nice and easy. Oh, pew pew. Is there a way you'll hit both of them? No. Why am I shooting so fast? What was that? Even from the other side of the screen, that was dope as fuck. Ah! Is that it? Is that actually it? My life virus. What? What have you done? My baby. My WW, no. Oh, this old video game. Oh, this noise. This reminds me of GoldenEye 007. Virus leak. All systems malfunctioning. Self-destruct sequence activated. Uh-oh. But my precious WWW laboratory. Let's get out of here, Megaman. Jack out. We are more than okay. Hey, guys. And the live virus, history. Bro, why are we talking in this exploding room? Where's everyone else? They got away to safety. Great, now let's get the fuck out. You guys are moving way too slowly. WWW forever! We'll deal with him in the next game. And so, good job, Lan. And Hub. I mean, Megaman. Yeah, the fact that, like, they pulled out of nowhere the, like, oh yeah, you had a brother and he died. That was, like, out of nowhere. It's like, whoa, that's trying to cut deeper out of nowhere for this game. That's weird. And like I said, I don't know, but, like, when I'm reading, I'm never looking at the portraits. So, out of the corner of my eye, like, when I'm not focusing on Mega Man, his sprite always seemed like it was older. But then when I really looked at it, it was like, oh no, you know, he does look pretty young. Around Lan, at least. I'm so glad the two of you are okay. Sorry, Mom. Well, I never thought raising two boys was going to be easy. Isn't that right, honey? They couldn't have done it without you. Thanks. They couldn't have done it without us, you mean? No, it's pretty much you, Mom. Honey. Your mom and dad sure get well. Oh, they're getting smashed tonight. I know, it's really embarrassing. Maybe we could learn from them. Hey, what are you talking about? We're just friends. Boo. Even Roland Mega Man are in the mood. I've had it with you, Lan. After I was so nice, I shouldn't have rescued you after all. I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? Yowzers. Mail and Lan sitting in the tree. F-U-C-K. They're 13. Alright, that's enough of this. Alright. Mail and... Isn't it obvious, really? Yeah, but I... Don't deny it. That's it. This conversation is over. Just thanks for rescuing me, you two. Oh God, is Dex a Lannister? Always paying his debts? Don't mention it. Damn, he's thrashing. Bro, I beat all of your asses, so you all need practice. Aren't we all a happy bunch now? Bro, you are here with all of us. You really helped out too. No need to thank me. In fact, you made me look pretty bad. Because you did all the work. Grumpy as ever. But I couldn't have stopped the WWW if you hadn't helped. Thank you. Yeah, well, thanks accepted this time. But next time something happens, you leave the fighting up to me and Proto Man. Proto Zero, we mean. We'll be right by your side, right, Mega Man? No, he's probably just going to say that Mega Man's the name. Alright. Just one thing. From now on, you're getting up by yourself in the morning. Got it? Damn. There can't be a crook here now. The alarm system must be buggy again. Old thing. Lan, we've got a job to do. Alright, well. That was Mega Man Battle Network. I understand why the first game is usually not one that is usually seen as very favorable by fans of the series. I get that it's seen as like, it's okay, but, you know, future games did this better, and I can kind of see already where I'd hope they would do better. But, yeah, this was a fun game. Honestly, the only advice I really would ever have to give on anyone actually playing this game for the first time, as long as you were used to playing like old school games, the only thing that I would really say is that if you ever get lost and have no idea where to go, just go home and go to sleep. Because I think there's 3 times that the game makes you do that, I think. And I remember the first time I'm just wandering around this area forever, unable to figure out what exactly I'm supposed to be doing. And then I look it up and it's like, oh, go and rest. And I was like, oh, how was I supposed to know to do that? And then I'm not positive, but I think the game did it a second time to me where I was also really confused. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? And then it's like, oh, this again. And then I think by the third time I couldn't figure out where to go. I was like, all right, well, let me see if it was, I think it was after our dad tells you to go practice. And I went around beating everyone that I had dueled with. Except Skullman. I didn't fight him. But, or at least like during that lap. But, then I was like, you know what? Let me try and go to sleep at the house. And sure enough, that's exactly what worked. So, other than that piece of advice, I mean, this game is pretty simple to pick up. It would definitely be better on not a touchscreen. It being on a touchscreen was kind of annoying. But, that's always my preference. I'm just old. That controller in the hand, it feels right. But, I guess this leads to a question as to what game I should play next. I don't know what game I want to play next, because I have so many things that I want to play. Like, I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of wanting to play through another Pokemon Red Nuzlocke. That's something I've been wanting to do, because, mainly because, whatchamahoo's it, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I've just been seeing a lot of Pokemon stuff lately, and it's been giving me the urge. But if I do a Nuzlocke, because I played through the game 3 times on the channel, what was basically a blind run with Bulbasaur. Like, it wasn't blind, but I had beaten the game when I was like 10 or 11 last time. And when I played it, I was like 32. So it was more than 20 years. So it was, gameplay-wise, more or less a blind run. And I did that, and then the second time I played through it, I did it with a guide. And I had started with Charmander, and I remember using a guide because it was basically like, it was practice for when I was going to do a Nuzlocke. I wanted to see, like, what Pokemon were catchable where. I wanted to see all of that stuff, just so that way I could come up with, like, certain plans where it was like, have certain Pokemon caught by certain routes, so that way when I got to a future route, I could, because I don't play with, unless I really want to, I played with, or the idea was going to be to play with, no duplicates, or no mandatory duplicates, I guess. So, if I caught a Pidgey on one route as my first encounter, and I go to another route and I get Pidgey, that one doesn't count. I can just continue on and just try to catch it, whoever's next. So, seeing the different Pokemon I could rule out in certain places, that's what I had done my second time playing. And then third time, I've always been a water guy for the starting trio. Always Blue Crew since I was a little kid. So, when it came to starting with Squirtle, that's when I actually did a Nuzlocke. And it wouldn't matter to me, honestly, whether, if I ever do play future gens. I don't even care if the water starter is ever the easiest or hardest to start with. It will just never matter. Like, it's Blue Crew all the way, baby. It's always going to be me and Blue in the end. But, yeah, I've been wanting to play it again. Usually I would play it, and then I take like a year break from playing it, and then I'd play it again. And I think this is it's been more than a year since I beat the Nuzlocke that I did. So I think, yeah, this is the longest time I've ever gone without playing Pokemon on the channel. So I'm tempted on doing that. Because it's also been a while, I am also tempted, and I would have to test this out a little bit, but I have also been hankering to try and play, see if I could get Ocarina of Time up and running on this device. Because I'm not sure if I can. I think I would be able to, but I'm not positive. But if I can, I want to try and do that. If I can't do that, I am thinking I'm not positive. If I can't do that, I'm thinking of possibly moving forward with my Final Fantasy adventure, and since within the last year I beat Final Fantasy 3 for the NES, playing Final Fantasy 4 or Final Fantasy 2 in the US, playing through that's up for debate. I'm not sure if I'll do that, or because I had started it and then I had lost a bunch of progress, and I just didn't at the time feel like redoing it. I may go back to Dragon Quest 2. So, yeah, I have a few options of what I've been vibing with and what I've been thinking. So, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure where I want to go from here. Because I know Saturdays is going to stay with the strategy gimmick. So Saturday is going to be exclusively Advance Wars. So I'm not planning on doing anything else with that. So I need one more game, but I know Golden Sun: The Lost Age is also going to be climbing to its natural end soon, because last I checked, I was like 2/3 or so through the game, and that was like a month ago. So I have to imagine I'm like 3/4 or maybe more through that game. So that one is running out its time. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do next. I know there's always options. I know I always got choices. There is an endless supply. But I have also been kind of like, I know I don't really replay a lot of games because, I can only really play 2 games at a time. But I have actually really, really, really been hankering to replay Earthbound 0 or Mother 1. I've been feeling that one because I never really talked about it. I did kind of want to make like a very impromptu, very off the cuff kind of style video. I did want to sit there, like, because the thing is I wouldn't have, like, I could, but I just don't have time with my kids and life to dedicate to doing it. But I did want to play through, you know what, maybe what I'll do is I'll play it a second time and then I'll give like my thoughts on it, maybe, because what I wanted to do was talk about playing Mother 1, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say it's the best NES RPG, but I mean, it was a very, very enjoyable experience. And, because this is a retro game channel, I know that my view is going to be clouded, because I know the thing is that I feel like a lot of the bad reviews that Mother 1 gets are from people who want to go back and play through the Mother games as a trilogy. Which I get, trust me, I do, because I like to play things in order. The difference is I'm familiar with the era of games that these all come from. Because, I get it. It's the Mother trilogy. And 3, I would say, from what I've seen of 3, Mother 3 looks like it would be an experience that even somebody who's not used to retro games could pick up and more or less be able to just jive with and just move along through. There might be moments, and I wouldn't doubt it, where, the game was made in like 2003, 4, whatever. So there is probably some old school difficulty in there that I'm sure might catch some people off guard. But overall, I feel like I feel like the third game would transfer over even for newer video game people who just, people who are unfamiliar with retro games. And from what I've seen of Earthbound, it seems like it requires at least, and I've seen less of Earthbound than I have Mother 3, as far as like gameplay that I've seen, because Mother 3 was always known as like the really emotional title, so I've seen more gameplay and stuff of that. Earthbound, I heard about a little bit as a kid, but I didn't really know much about it like that. But Mother 2 at least looks like you need, even if that experience were to be Mother 3, it does look like it requires at least some kind of retro gaming like experience on your part, that or it maybe not retro games, but you at least need to have played some other old school JRPG, something, anything. Even like I said with Mother 2, Mother 3 could be that thing that you played, and you might still be able to be fine. Long way to get around to the one that I've played, Mother 1. Mother 1, I don't think, even if you go from Earthbound, from what I've seen, to Mother, I don't think you're going to I don't think it translates the same way. I would say, I guess it was perfect timing for me. I didn't realize it to that extent. I had heard, and I guess from seeing Earthbound, I guess I can see, like, I could see, like, the battle screen in my head, and I could see that, yeah, that's probably true. I know Shigesato Itoi, was very inspired by the Dragon Quest games. I didn't realize he was inspired that much by them, to the extent that I saw with Mother 1. That was, because, like, the battle screen is exactly the same. Black background, white texts and white text boxes. Like, everything about it was ripped. Well, I guess that's from Dragon Warrior 2. But it is the Dragon Quest. I'm American, so I'm used to still also calling it Dragon Warrior. Due to copyright reasons. But, with Mother 1, I would say, if you can beat through Dragon Quest 1 and the original Final Fantasy 1, if you can beat both of those games, you can beat Mother without a guide. If you can beat those two games, you can beat Mother without a guide. And I think that's something I'll talk about with what I would consider the what's the word I want to use? the misconceptions about its difficulty. We'll put it that way. But I kind of want to touch on all that. I guess I might do that after a replay, because I was thinking about doing that soon, because that game actually had a really, like, that game was beyond memorable to me. Like, it really was, especially for, having played the 3 Final Fantasy games on the NES, having played Dragon Quest. I can really feel how special that game was. It might not hit the same to people who are unfamiliar with that era and what the standards of the time were, but it was a really memorable experience. So, long way of saying, I think I might play Mother 1 again. I'm not sure, but if I do decide to do that, I am definitely going to have a great time. I am not going to regret that for even a minutia of a second. Like, I know the areas that people who played the game don't like. And again, because I speak, retro gaminese, I'm fine with a lot of stuff like that. I'm accustomed to that landscape in games. So, whatever. I beat this game. Cool. I'm happy. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow for Golden Sun. I'll probably do that. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, I'll probably do that. Play Golden Sun these next couple days. Play Advance Wars on Saturday. And by Sunday, I should have something else that I want to play to replace this with. I'm not sure what it'll be, but it'll be something. So, till then, guys.